lot more expensive than I thought it was going to be. So we had to bury our daughter, and a lot of stress and a lot of pressure was coming our way. And you guys think that's a good idea? Jennifer says yes. I says, okay, great. Are you currently getting the results that you desire? She says, no, I'm not. I said, okay. So how long do you think it's going to take to recover what you've lost, especially under the current circumstances economically? She says, I don't know if I have the time. I'm 70 plus years old, and I really don't know if I have the time to recover the money that I've lost. I said, okay. Do you think that it's going to get worse before it gets better? She says, I do. I said, okay. How would it make you feel if you were to continue to lose more money? One of the most powerful questions that you can ever ask someone is, how would it make you feel? Because you're now getting into here. You're getting them to react emotionally and really think about what that would do. And so as we continued on our journey, I said, so what you're saying is something has to change. And she said, yes. At that point, with a series of questions, she admitted and acknowledged that something had to change. At that point, now it's just a matter of asking questions to lead her down the path. And so as she said yes, I said, okay. So what's the most important thing to you, making up your losses or cash flow right now? She says, for me, I need cash flow. I need to make some money every single month. I said, okay. So how much money would you need to earn monthly to be able to make a difference in your life? She says, I need to make $1,500. An extra $1,500. I said, what would that do for you? It's important that you ask this kind of question. She says, well, it would take the stress off and it would allow me to be able to breathe a little more comfortably, not be so stressed about losing all this money. And I said, okay. I said, do you think that it makes sense to liquidate 10% of your overall portfolio to help you diversify and to help you hedge your losses? And she says, well, I think that it may be a good idea. And I says, okay, well, here's what I want to do. I want to run through some numbers with you. These are not promises, these are not commitments. But I want to base it on today's value and just show you if you were to go and liquidate $40,000. She had about $500,000 in her 401k. I said, if you were to liquidate $40,000 or $45,000, 10 licenses, right now, Matt G's paying out at approximately $6 a day. So if you have 10 licenses, that's $60 a day. And again, this is not a guarantee, this is based on today's value. If you follow that out over 30 days, that's $1,800. That would give you $1,500 a month, and an additional $300 a month to allow you to be able to put some tokens away for potential growth. Your favorite word, write this down, potential. That should be your favorite word. When we talk about protecting the house and compliance, always talk about potential. I said, would that make a difference for you? She says, it would make a huge difference. And I said, now, we can have a little bit of fun, and again, there's no promises, no guarantees, but if we were to look at where Matt G was just even 60 days ago, and my belief system is that tokens go up and down, and I believe that we'll see some of these tokens come back. And let's just say that if it was at 0.5 or 0.6, 0.0006, what would that do? She says, we start doing the math, and that's about $2,500, $3,000 a month. She says, oh my gosh, if I can make $3,000 a month, it would completely change my life. So once again, I asked her, so do you think that it makes sense to diversify 10% of your portfolio to put you into a position where you have cash flow that's going to allow you to breathe a little bit easier based on your words, and it's going to allow you to be able to start to potentially recover some of the money that you lost? She said, I do. What happened from there, Sarah? She pulled out $45,000 and bought 10 notes. I didn't sell her, she sold herself. That's the magic of sales. There's a difference between selling versus serving. And too many people are out there selling. They're trying to close people on deals. They're trying to sell price over value, which we're going to be talking about a lot today. You want to know the number one reason that people leave network marketing? Any guesses?
Wrong selling.
No value.
False expectations.
Yeah.
Over-promising. You want to know why your people are calling you every day going, how come the token went down today? How come the token went down today? There's a good chance you didn't set the proper expectations on the front end. You know what I tell people when I go into this? I say, look, I understand that the decisions that I make in a bear market are going to help me to build wealth in the next bull market. Now, that could be a year, it could be 2 years, it could be 3 years down the road. I don't care. And I genuinely don't care what the price is today. I don't. because I believe in this project and I understand the value, and that's the thing that we've got to get to. The more you focus on the value of your product and service, the less important the price becomes. You should write that down. The more you focus on the value of your product and service, the less important price becomes. I don't focus on price. I focus on accumulation. Smart money accumulates during a down market. Am I right, Garage? Smart money accumulates during a down market. It's about getting your hands on as many tokens as you possibly can. And guess what? We just happen to have some projects that were just introduced that are going to allow you to be able to maximize the amount of tokens that you can accumulate. So that a year, 2 years, 3 years down the road, you're sitting pretty. And as I have those conversations with people, they're going, yeah, that's what I'm looking for too. So I'm setting that expectation right from the very beginning. So the more that you focus on the price, or you start promising people, the rentals. Let's talk about the rentals. I don't like the pitch of, hey, you're going to double your money. I don't like it. We can't make that claim. It's a liability to the company. Now, we put all of our numbers and they put the pegs together with the hope that that's what would happen. But if you're going out and saying, look, hey man, you can get into this thing for $250, just get a spot, excuse me, but you don't understand the value of what we have. The ability for somebody to be able to get a license for $250 and accumulate 16,800 tokens a day over the next 50 days for $250, if you truly understand the value of what X nodes are bringing to the table, then you'll understand why that's so powerful. And so those are the conversations that I'm having with people. So what's the number one way to build value? It's to educate people. If you've ever watched, how many of you guys have seen my presentation? The first 15, 20 minutes, it might be boring for those of you that understand cryptocurrency, right? You guys get it, you understand it. The first 15 to 20 minutes, I talk about crypto. You know why? Because 96% of the population still doesn't own it and they don't understand it. We have our own language. We walk around talking about nodes. People look at you like, what's a node? Right? We talk about hashes. Well, the only hash I know is the hash browns I ate this morning. I have no idea when I first got started what hash is. And we start using this language to confuse people, and a confused mind never buys. So we gotta understand, you gotta stop. You gotta stop selling the price, you've gotta stop setting false expectations. We need to start educating. We need to start asking questions like we did with Jen.
That's true.
At no time, Mr. Compliant, where's compliance at? Did I break compliance by asking questions at all, Joe? By helping her to arrive at her own conclusion? She made that decision. All I did is I helped her by building the value, helping her to see the vision, the big picture. I need some of you guys in this room to raise your belief system of what is possible here. I'm talking about raise it big time. Yeah. Stop focusing on $2,000. You know my minimum I get is $10,000 every sale. Minimum. Am I wrong?
No.
Why? Because I understand how to build the value. So, know the value. It's kind of like, Brian talked about the golden goose. We have the golden goose, you guys. There's nothing else out there in the network marketing industry that can even compete with this. There's nothing. Do you realize it would take about 40 to 50 people in one network marketing company selling juice, fruit, whatever, berries, magical berry, whatever? It would take 40 to 50 people to amount to the same amount of volume of one sale here. You guys get that, right? It's mind-boggling. When I first launched my business, I started off just because I wanted to get into the nodes, and then I started learning a little bit more. And my son Chandler, we get together once a month with his father-in-law, Brendan's dad. He's a doctor, and we talk about investments. And Chandler and I had just purchased some nodes. We just got into some nodes, and so we went out one night, and a bunch of guys were there, and we pulled out our phones, and we started talking about these nodes. And they started asking questions. And here's the best thing. Kevin, you'll appreciate this old school training. Start asking all these questions, and I said, man, I don't know about that, but what I do know is I keep getting paid every single second. Look at this. But I can send you a presentation that'll explain it a lot better than I can. Can you do that? Can you do that? So even if you don't understand crypto, could you point them in the right direction where they can get information? And I don't know about that, but what I do know is look at this number. It keeps going up every single day. Now, if you can't do that, there's an Emily meeting just down the hall. You guys can go down there. But for those of you that can do that, you can be successful here. It's the best thing that we did. So you have the golden goose, and you need to start acting like it. We need to stop chasing people. Right? There's different types of prospects. You get the people that are interested, they're already crypto enthusiasts, they're great because they understand the value of what we're doing here. And you get the people that they're skeptics. I don't mind a skeptic as long as they're willing to be educated. Skeptics just need to be moved through a process. And I'm going to show you what that process looks like. Cynics, don't even waste my time. You get a cynic, just move on. Because there's so many people that are out there that are looking to diversify just like Jennifer is right now. So let's talk a little bit about the value that we bring to the table. And first, I think it's important that we establish what IX brings to the table. This company, guys, we've done $140 million in sales this year. There are very few companies in the world that ever reach that milestone, and they did it in their second full year in business. What we do is we give more people more options in life. We give them more options. An extra $500,000 a month will change most people's lives. We give them more options. What do I mean by that? If I don't have to be slaved down to a car payment because I have an extra $500 to $1,000 a month coming in, that allows me to be able to maybe spend more time with my family or my wife or to be able to travel. So we're giving people more options. The second thing is we offer a community of like-minded entrepreneurs. Isn't it great to sit here in this room? How many of you listening to Kevin Latmore today or Sean today, these leaders, your belief has already gone way up? We have a community of like-minded entrepreneurs that you can surround yourself with and plug into their content on a daily basis. So we have this incredible community. We offer a solution. A big problem in the network marketing industry right now, product-based companies cannot source their ingredients. And shipping issues, every company is plagued with them. And shipping issues will destroy your business. Do we have shipping issues? No. Do we? No. I don't have to ship anything. All we have to do is activate a license anywhere in the world. I don't have to worry about that. So we're providing a solution. Do you realize if you go to Business for Home, the top companies, the fastest growing companies right now are all digital. It's high speed, low drag. Right? It's velocity marketing. It's where you have an idea or a concept that moves from one person to the next in a very short, quick period of time because you don't have to worry about all the challenges. We have a product that nobody else has in the market. It's a unique selling proposition. Do you guys realize that just about every single trading company, I hope I'm allowed to say this, I'll ask for forgiveness later, every single company out there is calling him, trying to get him to sell these nodes. Because they want what we have. Because the rest of them are all the same. They all have the same stuff. We have something that nobody else has. And you have the ability to go and share it. It's global. It's a global opportunity. You know how many times I've built businesses where it's like, oh, we can't go to Canada because we're not open there yet. Can't go over there. How many of you have done that before? This is a global opportunity. And here's the secret. We're in the beginning stages. Listen, if you can position yourself in the beginning stages with a company that has all the signs of becoming one of the next giants in the industry, guess what? Fortunes can be made. There are these windows of opportunity. They don't open very often, and they don't stay open very long. And right now, guys, it's wide open here. You've got to take action. It's not enough to recognize the opportunity of a lifetime. You have to act during the lifetime of that opportunity. And I'm telling you, right now, it is wide open. So more specifically, what value do our X nodes bring to the table? You need to understand this. Number one, diversification. Smart money diversifies in a down market. People are looking for other places of stored value right now. Cash is king. They're looking for cash flow. And we have those solutions. Guys, no one knows what to do with their money right now, outside of IX Global. Do you know that I am so grateful to Joe, side note, not only did I pay off all my debt, I'm in like 4 different investment opportunities now, and my assets are growing. Because again, he's helping me, he's mentoring me, we've made a lot of money in this industry, we've also spent a lot of money, Kevin. So for the first time in my life, I'm not only helping people become financially fit and financially free, I am in a position where I am sharing products and sharing an opportunity that is actually putting my wife and I in a position where we'll be able to be completely free. And I'm so excited about that. So excited about that. So we offer diversification. We offer an income-producing asset through daily rewards. Can't guarantee that you're going to make money, but what I can guarantee is that you'll have more tokens tomorrow than you do today. Right? Income-producing assets, that's key. As soon as you have enough income-producing assets that exceed your monthly bills, guess what? You are now free. And it's a great place to be. And stored value. Let's talk about that. Whenever there's a down market, people start jumping into gold. Gold has been fairly steady. They jump into gold, they jump into silver. But what if you could offer more than stored value? What if you could offer them an income-producing asset with tremendous upside potential? Now you've got something that nobody else has to offer. And here's the beautiful thing. Let's take it a step further. Debtbox, if you truly understand the value of what they're doing here, you would not call me or inbox me saying, why is the token value down today?
Amen.
Some of you are in this room, I know. Here's why. Here's why. Because we are offering the first cryptocurrency ecosystem platform. I like to call it a digital software program. I don't want to call it nodes because most people don't know what nodes are. It's my digital software that's on my phone, and I make money with it every single day. So we are offering people the ability to be able to have access to this digital asset that pays them rewards every single day. It's a beautiful thing, guys. It's a beautiful thing. So we have the ability to offer to the world at a time. It's kind of like this convergence of forces that's coming together right now. You have the recession, inflation rates, you've got rising costs of consumer goods, people are looking for where they put their money, and you have a solution. You give them options. You don't need to overhype it. I want you to hear me. The truth is good enough. The truth is good enough. The more that you oversell this, the more you're just going to have headaches down the road. So if you understand the value of what Debtbox is doing, if you understand that they are bringing this stored value, and they're really raising the bar in the cryptocurrency space, because we all know a true asset should not lose 80% of its value because Elon Musk got upset and decided to tweet about it. It shouldn't. What they're doing is they're bringing projects to an industry that are going to raise the bar and move the needle. The last bull run had a lot of meme coins and pump and dumps, rug pools. Kim Kardashian just got fined $1.2 million for promoting them. You know what the next bull run is going to be? People are going to be looking for tangibility. They're going to be looking for substance, not hype. And guess what? You have it. You have the ability to go to people that have been kind of nervous about getting into the industry. You know who most of my clients are? Most of them are not crypto enthusiasts. Most of them are people that have been watching crypto, but they've been scared to get involved because of the volatility. And every single time I ask them, why did you join? They say, I joined because it's commodity backed. So you have the ability to be able to walk people into this industry in a way that they're going to feel comfortable doing. I love to compare, the US dollar when it was backed by gold. And what happened after 1972 when Richard Nixon removed the gold standard? 86% of the value disappeared. Why? Because it doesn't have anything backing it. So just in that same way, Debtbox is giving us and all of your prospects and all of your clients the ability to be able to have that type of opportunity in the crypto space, which doesn't exist. If that doesn't get you fired up, I don't know what will. Now let's talk a little bit about duplication, because success in network marketing looks like duplication. And duplication comes from simplicity. This is not a simple conversation. And you will never be free if all you do is sell, close, because you're an amazing salesperson. Let's say you're a doctor and you've got this huge network and credibility and you're closing people all day long. Good, great for you. But if you want true wealth, if you want true residual income, that comes from providing systems that the average person and Betty that comes into your business 20 levels deep can have success. And that's what we've really been focusing on, is teaching those simple duplication methods, because I don't want to be as good as my last sale. I don't want to be out there every single day hustling on social media just to track my next customer. I want to teach and grow networkers. The first stage of success in network marketing is you should go recruit a lot of people. But the people that truly win in this business, they're the ones that provide resources and tools and systems that allow their people to have the kind of success that they're having. That's legacy leadership. That's next level. And that's where we've got to get to, especially with this. Aunt Benny that comes into this business, if she goes and tries to explain these nodes to someone, she's going to get out of the weeds. And a confused mind, how many of you, I get it, how many of you tried to explain this to someone and they look at you like, what are you even talking about? I don't get it, I don't understand it. You've got to get really, really good at saying, man, I don't know about that, but what I do know is I get paid every single day, but I can send you a presentation that explains a lot better than I can. That's what you've got to get really good at. So I want to talk a little bit about the process here before we bring this to a close. So number one, to be a success in network marketing, you really only have to do 4 things really well. You have to notify people of what you're up to. You have to be willing to do that. If you're not willing to do that, if you're afraid, if you're one of these secret service, secret agent network marketers, you're like, I'm in this, I have money, but no, I'm in this. Chances are you're not going to do very well. You got to go tell people about this. If you're not having conversations, you're not going to be successful in this business. You know, I love my conversation starters. I just ask questions. You know, what are you investing in right now? Yeah, the stock market's a mess. Real estate's overinflated. Where are you putting your money? Are you getting the results? How's your results right now in your 401k looking? It's a good question to ask to start a conversation. Well, listen, I've come across something that I'm involved with. It's allowing me to hedge what's going on in the world. I gotta tell you, I'm really excited about it. I'd love to share some information with you. Would you be willing to take a closer look? It's that simple, but you got to have those conversations with people. So we notify people of what we're up to. We invite them to take a closer look. We follow up, and we collect decisions. If we break it down, that is essentially the 4 skills that you need to be successful in this business. Now let's talk a little bit about the process. Some of you have seen me draw this before. I've got to use this whiteboard, or Joel will be mad at me because I told him I needed a whiteboard. So this is what my process looks like. I believe, and I'm a stickler about this, some of you guys know this, I will not do a 3-way call with someone until they have been through the process. I just won't. I won't do it. And do not call me your prospect if they've not watched the presentation. Just don't, because I understand that my time is valuable, their time is valuable, and the only thing that's going to happen is I'm going to get on a phone call with somebody that starts rapid-firing questions. They're going to form an opinion. The opinion's not going to be based on facts. I have no posture at all. And I lose every time. So you have to take them through a process. Now, some of you might say, gosh, you know, it's really hard to get somebody to listen to a full 60-minute presentation right up front. I agree, but let me tell you something. When I first started, I was really concerned about having a presentation that was 30 minutes, until somebody that spent quite a bit of money with me said, listen, if somebody's not willing to spend 60 minutes when they're looking to invest $20, $30, $40, $50,000, then they're probably not that serious.
Amen.
And I heard that and I thought, that makes sense. Yeah. So we kept educating people about crypto in the beginning. So it all starts with just a simple peek, right? You've got to be able to pique people's interest. Just having conversations with people. Hey, listen, where are you at with crypto? Are you in a place right now that you feel like you are already, or are you already in crypto, or do you feel like you need to start learning about it? I don't give them the third option. You know, just start a conversation with somebody. How's your portfolio looking right now? How's things going for you? What are you investing in? Right? These are all things that are going to lead to a peak that eventually get me here. My goal is to invite. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. I went a little bit old school recently. I recorded a sizzle call. You guys remember old school guys, sizzle calls? Kevin, you used to use sizzle calls all the time, right? I recorded a sizzle line. It's 18 minutes long. Because I got tired of telling the story over and over and over again. And I finally just said, I'm going to record this. So we recorded it, and I've been testing it for about a month. And I can tell you that we have over 85% of people, with over 1,000 callers now that have called in, that listen to the full 19 minutes of that call. And guess what most of them do after they listen? Send me the full presentation now, I want to see it. Now, I'm not saying that's what you should do, I'm just telling you what I am doing to grow my business. Now, before that, the other thing that we used a lot is a little 3-minute teaser video. Or the 9-minute teaser video of Joe standing in front of the Nebraska mine. Something that is shorter, quicker, that's just going to pique their interest. I like the 3-minute video. I did a little 3-minute video in front of the oil well, and all I do is I just basically say, hey, listen, I want to share something with you. Sean, I want to share something with you that just kind of gives you a little bit of a high-level taste of what it is that I'm working on, and if it piques your interest at all, then I'd love to chat with you a little bit more about it and give you some more information. Because here's the thing, people are more willing to agree to do something small before they agree to do something much bigger. Would you agree? People are more willing to agree to do something small before they agree to do something much bigger. So here, this conference call that we've been using, it's crazy, the level of success that we're having with it. Why? Because it's very non-obtrusive. Hey, listen, when you get in your car, next time you get in your car, just dial this number, I want you to listen to this conversation. You're not going to believe the information that's on there. And as soon as you're done, if you want some more information, just let me know and I can send you the full presentation. Eric is working. Simple, right? Anybody can do it. So from there, what do? We now send them the full overview. Why? Because now I've piqued their interest enough that they're willing to take that next step. So I send them a full overview, and there's plenty of overviews that are out there. We've got fantastic leaders. Mike, Ricardo, they do amazing presentations. There's all kinds of presentations. Pick one that works for you, that works with your style, that works with your, the type of people that you work with and talk with and communicate with every day. And then from there, I follow up. What you heard. Simple question. What did you like best? And now they have questions, and what you have to understand is behind those questions is a sincere interest. They're just not going to tell you that. So they'll start saying things like, well, who's the owners? Oh man, I've got a great interview that I can send you. You should watch this interview. You just realize for the first 30 days, we didn't even have a presentation yet recorded. The only thing we had was an interview. I interviewed Jason. Fun story about that. I said, Joe, can you introduce me to the owners of Deadbox? He says, yeah, I can do that. I said, okay. So we get on, and I'm thinking that I'm just going to sit back and listen. You don't even know this. That I'm going to sit back and listen, and Joe was going to either interview him or let him just talk. And so Joe goes, okay, are we ready? We had maybe a handful of people on the call. I says, yeah, we're ready. He says, okay, Travis, take it away. And so I just started asking questions, but I did it from a position of, man, if I wanted to put money into this, what are the questions that I would ask? And for the first 30 days, we didn't even have a full presentation. I just sent everybody that interview. And we sold $760,000 in volume without a full presentation. So from there, what do? If they have more questions, well, I need to know more about the scan technology. Great, I got a video of the guy who created and pioneered the scan technology. I can send you a link. I need to know the owners. Great, I can send you a link. And all I do is just take them through this process, and I need you to understand this. Without a sense of urgency, all value is lost. Without a sense of, if I say, hey Chandler, I want you to watch this presentation, and I don't follow up for 2 weeks, what am I telling Chandler? It's not that important, right? What I say to Chandler is, listen, I'm going to send you this conference call. I want you to listen to it. The information that's on this call is worth a lot of money, and I need you to text me the moment that you've listened to it, as soon as you're done. That conveys that whatever's on that call is extremely important, and it creates curiosity. It builds value. Dollars follow value. So whatever they need to see, we eventually get here. And here is the goal, to collect a decision. But not just any decision. I want to collect a well-informed decision. And when I take them through this process, and I now have a conversation or a three-way call with somebody, we can have an intelligent conversation. They're not rapid firing me. They're not going, so is this Bitcoin? Because they have no idea what it is. That would happen the other day on a three-way call. I said, have you seen anything yet? Nope. You know what this is? Nope. Great, I got a call number that you need to call and listen to. I stopped right there. So my point in sharing this with you today is a couple of things. Number one, if you want to build true residual income, you have to have a systematic approach in your business. It doesn't have to be this one. I'm just sharing with you what I do. But you have to have a systematic approach that the average person can go and share this story. If all you did was just show people that you have daily tokens that are coming in and invite them to watch a presentation, you can't go wrong. Now, if you are a superstar that's out there on YouTube and all these other, and you're killing it, fantastic. But I'm telling you, 10 levels deep, your people won't be able to duplicate that. They won't. You'll narrow who you attract to your business. If you want to get to $1 million a year, you have to simplify it. It's simplify, duplicate. And And this type of system will allow the average person to be successful in this business. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So in closing, Oscar's got the biggest smile every time I see him. In closing, I'll say this. I believe that this company will hit $500,000 next year. I believe it wholeheartedly. I believe that we will actually own, I believe we will own 10 of the top 10 income earner positions on that list. And I can promise you I'm going to be one of them. But there are another 50, and I can promise you I'll be one of them. Why? Because I know the value of what we have. I don't know why Nat G went down. There's all kinds of variables. I can't tell you why Black Gold's down right now. But here's the thing, if you can't stomach the lows, you don't deserve the highs. Because this is crypto, and guess what? Crypto goes up and down. Call me in 2 years and talk about value. And that's what you need to be talking about. I'm focused on accumulation, getting as many coins as I can, just like those guys who got into Bitcoin in the very beginning. Do you know they're getting thousands, tens of thousands of tokens that were worth 0.0008? How do you think they weathered, besides the guy that sold one for pizza? Oh, it was Bitcoin for pizza. Yeah. They did pretty well. See, I see the value. I know what Deadlock's bringing to the table. I know what IX goes to the table, and I'm going to close with one question. What do you bring to the table? That's a question you need to ask yourself. What do you bring to the table for your clients? What skills do you need to develop? What knowledge do you need to have to be able to bring the ultimate value to your clients? And that's a question I want to leave you guys with. So, thank you very, very much. I'm humbled to be here among so many giants. It's fun, and I love what we're doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, Travis Flaherty. Everybody's seen now how he was able to sell $3.5 million nodes in 30 days. Hope we can all take that into our own businesses and use that as well. So I'd like to now introduce our next speaker, Mr. Oscar Araya. Oscar has been successful in this industry. It is well known across Latin America and has been for many, many years. And Oscar also has the distinction of becoming the first elite ambassador in the company in the Western Hemisphere of the world. So with that said, Oscar Araya.
And I want to ask you for forgiveness that I can't speak English today.
Pero tenemos al gran Kramer, le damos un aplauso.
We have the great Kramer, so please give him that.
Él lo hace mucho mejor que yo.
He does it a little bit better than me.
Yo con suerte hablo español.
I barely speak Spanish.
Pero tengo mucho agradecimiento en mi corazón esta tarde.
But my heart is full of gratitude this afternoon.
Y siento que no lo hemos compartido y no le hemos dado todo el amor que merece Joe Martinez y Rosemary.
And I feel we haven't yet given them all the gratitude that they deserve and all the praise that they deserve, specifically Joe Martinez and his
Pedirles que le demos un aplauso más grande. Acabo de cumplir 20 años en esta industria.
Oh, I just turned 20 years old in this industry.
Y no había visto una empresa que fuera tan rápido como esta.
And I've never seen a company grow as fast as this one.
No lo he visto antes.
Never seen something like this.
He estado 2 veces en compañías de $1,000 millones al año.
I've been in 2 companies that have done $1 billion before.
Estos 20 años he hecho América Latina completo.
And this last few years, I've worked all over Latin America,
Desde El Paso, Texas, hasta la Patagonia.
from Texas to Patagonia, way down south.
Y nunca vi algo así llegar al continente.
And I've never seen something like this arrive in this continent.
Y ustedes han hecho que nazca esta empresa en India y en Estados Unidos.
And it's because of you that this company was born, and it stays in India.
Aprovechen.
Don't squander it.
El mundo está mal.
The world is messed up right now.
Y en este pequeño rincón llamado IX Global estamos muy bien.
And in this little corner called IX Global, we're doing very well.
Porque todos ustedes están ganando muy bien.
Because everyone here,
¿Quién está ganando buen dinero acá?
who's earning good amounts right
¿Quién
here?
está ganando buen dinero acá?
Who's earning good money?
Siéntase agradecido. ¿Quién está ganando buen dinero acá?
Feel grateful.
Ok, esto es muy importante.
This is very important.
El agradecimiento es lo que nos va a multiplicar las riquezas y la felicidad.
Gratitude is what's going to multiply our happiness and our results.
Si no hay agradecimiento, no va a haber más felicidad y más riqueza.
If we're not grateful, we're not going to have any more happiness or any more wealth.
Llevo 25 años hablando con gente y esta es la vez más dura de pararme en un escenario.
I've talked to people for over 25 years, and this has been the hardest time being in front of a room.
Casi no pude venir en un rato.
I almost couldn't come up here.
Son momentos difíciles.
These are hard times.
Perdí a mi abuela y perdí a mi tío hace poco y no pude ir al funeral. Estaban los países cerrados.
A little while ago, I lost my grandma and my aunt, and I couldn't travel because we couldn't travel.
No pude ir al funeral.
We couldn't go to the funeral, countries were closed.
Y eso te deja una huella muy profunda.
And that leaves a huge hole in your heart.
Pero te enseña a comprender el poder y la gracia de la vida.
But it helps you to learn the power and the grace of life.
Deberíamos sentir más agradecimiento hoy.
We should feel much more grateful today.
¿En qué compañía puedes ganar $600,000 en los primeros 6 meses?
In what company can you make $600,000 in the first 6 months?
Mi primer cheque salió 70.
My first check was 70.
Segundo mes salió 126.
Next one was 126.
Tercer mes salió 240.
Then 240.
El cuarto mes salió 340.
And then 340.
El quinto mes salió 420.
Then 420 in the 5th month.
Y en mi sexto mes que acabo de cerrar salió $590,000.
And then this 6 months that I just barely closed, it was $560,000.
¿Dónde podemos ganar esto?
Where else can you do that fast?
No deberíamos tener más agradecimiento. Hace algunos años dejé de hacer esto por dinero.
A few years ago, I stopped doing this for the money.
Pero mis primeros 10 años se los quiero mostrar porque vengo de la industria antigua.
But I want to show you my first 10 years since I come from the old school network marketing.
Y tuvimos que desarrollar superpoderes en la industria antigua.
And we had to develop superpowers to make it in the old industry.
Porque yo trabajaba duro todo el mes, muy duro.
I would work hard all month long.
Muy duro, todo el mes.
Very hard. The entire month.
Ok, gracias. Yo trabajaba muy duro todo el mes.
I worked very, very hard. The entire month.
Y el cheque me salía $60.
And the check that I got was $60.
Entonces tuve que aprender a desarrollar superpoderes.
So I had to learn how I could develop superpowers.
Un gran superpoder que debemos desarrollar todos se llama venta.
A superpower that we all have developed is called goals.
Nos podemos volver extraordinarios vendedores en esta industria.
We can become great salespeople in this industry.
Creo que los mejores vendedores salen de la industria del network marketing.
And the best salespeople come out of the MLM industry.
Deberíamos sentirnos orgullosos de ser networkers.
We should feel grateful that we are networkers.
Porque ningún partido político cambiará nuestros países.
Because our countries are not going to be changed by any particular political party.
Somos los soñadores los que vamos a cambiar nuestros países.
It's us, the dreamers, that are going to change our individual countries.
Somos los soñadores los que vamos a cambiar
Us,
nuestros
the
países.
dreamers, that are going to change our countries.
Okay, entonces, algunos superpoderes que desarrollé, el primero es paciencia.
So one of the first superpowers I had to learn to develop is patience.
A veces queremos ganar en un mes lo que no hemos ganado en 20 años.
Sometimes we want our first month, we want to earn what we haven't made in 10 years.
A veces queremos ganar en 6 meses lo que no hemos ganado en los últimos 10 10 años.
Sometimes you want to make it in 6 months and get what you haven't made in 10 years.
¿Por qué no tener un poco más de paciencia si ya hemos tenido mucha?
Why can't you have a little bit more patience if you've already waited enough?
Un poquito más de paciencia,
A little bit more patience.
porque hemos tenido mucha.
Because we've already had enough.
¿Usted ha tenido paciencia en su vida?
Have you had patience in your life?
¿Ha tenido paciencia en su vida?
Have you had to apply patience in your life?
Necesito que me ayuden. Esta es la vez más dura de 25
You
años.
need
a la
to help me
vida.
out. This is the hardest time I've had on stage in 20 years.
Porque todos estamos viviendo momentos muy duros, así que hagámoslo juntos.
Because we're all going through our times. Let's just go through them together. So let's be involved.
Esto es muy importante. ¿Usted ha tenido paciencia en
This
su
is
vida?
very important. Have you had to experience patience in your life?
¿Le ha tenido paciencia? ¿Le ha tenido paciencia a su pareja?
Have you had to be patient with your partner?
¿Y su pareja le ha tenido paciencia a usted?
Have they been patient with you?
¿Le ha tenido paciencia a sus hijos?
Have you had to be patient with your kids?
¿Le ha tenido paciencia a su equipo?
Have you had to be patient with your team?
Le hemos tenido mucha paciencia a nuestro equipo.
We've been very patient with our team.
A los que no vinieron,
Those that are not here,
no miren para el lado,
don't look to the sides,
sobre todo a los que sí vinieron.
but especially those that didn't.
Porque para crecer equipos hay que tenerles paciencia.
Because to grow your team, you gotta be patient with the team.
Vengo del campo.
I come from the field.
Mis abuelos hacían vino
I come from the field. So my grandparents made wine
en la Patagonia.
way back in Patagonia.
Y mi abuelo nunca estaba apurando el proceso.
And my grandpa never tried to rush the process.
Porque si no iba a ser el vino con uva verde.
Otherwise, he would be making wine out of green grapes.
No se puede tomar el vino de uva verde.
And you can't drink wine made from green grapes.
Esperamos un proceso que se llama maduración para hacer vendimia.
We have to wait for, in a process called, we have to wait for the grape to mature in order to actually use it.
Mi abuelo nunca lo vi mirando al cielo y diciendo que se apure esto.
I've never seen my grandpa looking at the sky saying, "Can this hurry up, please?"
Tenía mucha paciencia.
Very patient.
Esa uva se maduraba
That grape would mature on some time,
y sale el mejor carmenero del mundo.
and you get the best Cabernet in the world.
Téngale más paciencia a su equipo.
More patient with
Y
your team.
saldrán los mejores líderes del mundo.
You'll get the best leaders in the world.
Con paciencia,
With patience,
con amor,
with love,
con mucho trabajo
and a lot of work.
y con los superpoderes.
And superpowers.
El primero y el más importante.
The most important.
Llevaba 10 años en esto
Okay, I had been doing this for 10 years,
y me ganaba $2,000 al mes.
and I made $2,000 a month.
Y yo miraba a mis compañeros hacerse ricos.
And I would look at my peers and they were getting rich.
Y yo pensé que yo no servía para esto.
And I thought, maybe I'm not good at this.
Miren,
Look at me.
no sé hablar ni español.
I can't even speak Spanish.
Pero descubrí una llave que puede abrir un gran tesoro.
But I discovered a key that could open a very important treasure.
Se lo quiero compartir de todo corazón.
And I want to share that with you from the bottom of my heart.
Esa llave es que tenemos baja autoestima a los seres humanos.
And that key is that most of us human beings have very low self-esteem.
E incluso cuando nos mostramos con más ego,
And even when you see them with their ego inflated,
es que ese niño está asustado.
that's a kid who is scared.
Yo nací en el sur de Chile
I was born in south of Chile,
y ahí llegaron solo alemanes.
and that's where the Germans landed. It was just full Germans.
Y yo nací moreno, miren.
And I'm a little bit darker skinned. Look at me.
Y jugué tenis por muchos, muchos años.
And I played tennis for many, many years.
Entonces terminaba más moreno.
So I ended up, getting tan and darker.
Y con 7 años me hacía campeón de mi país.
And at 7 years old, I was the champion for my country.
Pero todos mis amigos me molestaban por el color de mi piel.
But all my friends and my peers would tease me because of the color of my skin.
Y eran hijos de multimillonarios.
And they were the sons and daughters of multimillionaires.
Y yo era hijo de campesinos.
And I was the son of a simple farmer.
Entonces recibí algo que le dicen bullying boy.
So I experienced something that they call bullying.
En esa época se decía que te madreaban nomás.
And in those years, they would just call it teasing.
Le golpearon muchos años.
I got beat up a lot.
Tenía miedo.
I was scared.
Nos mudamos a una nueva ciudad cuando pasaron muchas cosas en mi país políticas.
We moved to a different city once a lot of crazy political stuff happened in my country.
Y en la calle donde vivíamos era el lado bueno de la ciudad.
And the street where we lived was considered the good side of the city.
Pero la calle que estaba allá era el lado malo de la ciudad.
But across the street, right there, that was already the bad side.
Y yo me iba a jugar a ese lado.
And that's where I went to play.
Volvía con la nariz rota,
I would come home with a broken nose,
con los ojos muy morados,
with, bloodshot eyes,
hasta que tuve que aprender a defenderme.
and I had to learn to defend myself.
Porque así es la calle,
Because that's how the street is,
porque así es la vida.
and that's how life is.
Muchas veces la mejor universidad está allá afuera de la calle.
A lot of times the best university is just out there, in the street.
Entonces cuando llevaba 10 años y no pasaba de $2,000 al mes,
So when I've been doing this for 10 years and I couldn't go above $2,000 a month,
me di cuenta que lo que me faltaba era mejorar mi autoestima.
I realized that what I was lacking, what I needed to do was to improve my self-esteem.
Así que en vez de trabajar afuera,
So I started to work outside.
me puse a trabajar adentro.
I stopped working outside. I started
Te lo
working
repito, en vez de trabajar afuera,
So instead of working on the outside,
me puse a trabajar adentro.
I started working on the inside.
Te quiero hacer una pregunta.
So I want to ask you a question.
¿Dónde has estado trabajando los últimos años?
Where have you been working the last few years?
Porque la mayoría de ustedes son muy jóvenes.
Because I see a lot of you that are very, very young.
Ya, mucho más jóvenes que yo.
A lot younger than I am.
Y entonces deben estar mirando que el network marketing
So maybe you're looking around and seeing that MLM,
se hace comprando cosas externas.
maybe you get success in MLM by maybe getting external things.
Pero los grandes resultados,
But the real big results,
la riqueza de verdad,
the real wealth
va a venir cuando trabajemos adentro.
comes to you when you work on the inside.
Autoconfianza es el primer gran superpoder.
Self-esteem, that is your first superpower.
Como me dediqué al tenis, me hice amigo del número 1 del mundo.
So since I was involved in tennis, I became friends with the world's number one.
Empecé a conocer gente muy famosa.
I started meeting famous people
Empecé a conocer artistas,
and artists,
empresarios.
businessmen.
Y me di cuenta de algo de todos ellos.
And I realized something about each one of them.
Que primero pasaban grandes tormentas
That they first had gone through huge personal storms
para encontrar a su mejor versión del otro lado de la tormenta.
to find their best version on the other side of that hurricane.
No sé si estás pasando tú una tormenta hoy.
I don't know if you're going through a tempest yourself.
No me da miedo ser vulnerable. Yo estoy pasando una gran tormenta.
I'm not scared to be vulnerable in front of you. I'm going through a pretty big storm right now myself.
Pero me da mucha esperanza
But I have a lot of hope
saber que del otro lado de la tormenta
in knowing that on the other side of this struggle,
encontraré una mejor versión.
I'm going to find a better version.
Y esa mejor versión
इसमें रोटेशन का कहाँ है
traerá mejores
रोटेशन
resultados.
लिखा
It's
होता
going
है
to bring us better results.
Tu tormenta,
Your personal storm,
si la atraviesas,
if you go through it,
vendrán nuevos resultados.
it's going to bring you better results.
¿Por qué no te das la aplauso? La gente a veces
My dad's the best student who comes to class in a Porsche.
entonces se me generó un anclaje.
And so I anchored that.
Yo creía que la gente que manejaba Porsche
I thought people that had a Porsche
era gente de éxito.
were successful.
Entonces me compré 4.
So I bought 4 of them.
Pero no se me quitó la depresión.
But that didn't take away the depression.
No se me quitó la ansiedad.
That didn't take away my
No se
anxiety.
me quitó la baja autoestima.
That didn't lift my self-esteem.
Entonces yo pensé que era la casa.
So I thought that maybe I needed them from the house.
Entonces pasé de un departamento pequeño a una casa de 5,000 metros cuadrados.
So I went from a small apartment to a 5,000 square meter home.
En Estados Unidos le dirían una mansión.
So in the US, you would call that what? A mansion.
Y en esa casa me sentía igual vacío.
And in that house, I still felt just as empty.
Porque había algo más que sanar.
Because there was something else that needed to heal.
Así que llevo 1 año y medio trabajando con él.
So I've been working with him for a year and a half.
Bueno, llevo muchos años trabajando con él.
Well, really a lot of years.
Pero me enfoqué este último año y medio que yo quería sanar ese niño.
But this last year and a half, I focused on the fact that I wanted that kid healthy. I wanted to heal him from all the past.
¿Tú quieres hacer millones en esta industria?
If you want to make millions in this industry,
¿Quieres ayudar gente en esta
if
industria?
you want to help people in this industry,
Anda adentro y ten una buena conversación.
go inside and have a very deep conversation with yourself.
Porque estoy seguro que allá adentro encontrarás tus respuestas.
Because I'm sure that within you're going to find your answers.
Me encanta esta compañía por la filosofía de Joe y de Ross.
I love this company because of Joe and Rosemary's philosophy.
Ellos no van afuera,
They don't go outside.
no solo me lo dicen,
And they don't just tell me this.
me lo han demostrado que van adentro.
They've shown me that they go deep inside.
Si solo este pequeño grupo de personas decide ir adentro,
If just this little group of people decide to work on their inside,
nos volvemos la compañía número uno del mundo.
we become the #1 company.
Vamos a avanzar con los superpoderes.
Okay, let's keep going with the superpowers.
Hay algo que yo entendí,
Okay, I understood something.
solo una cosa,
Just one thing.
que nada externo te va a regresar la confianza.
There's nothing out there, nothing external that's gonna give you back your self-esteem.
Y un gran maestro que tengo que me entrenó por 20 años,
And a great teacher I have that trained me for over 20 years.
un señor de apellido Maxwell,
Okay, a man, last name Maxwell.
él me dijo algo.
He said something to me.
¿Cuál era tu intención cuando empezaste?
Said, what was your intention when you
Siempre mi
started?
intención fue ayudar gente, no era hacer dinero, era ayudar gente.
And my intention was always to help people, not to make money, but to help people.
¿Cuál fue tu intención cuando empezaste?
So what was your intention when you first started this?
Rescata la belleza de esa intención,
Okay? Rescue or get back the beauty of that intention.
porque la belleza de tu intención
Because the beauty of that intention,
vas a recuperar todo tu poder.
with that, you're gonna recover all of your power.
Las intenciones son bellas.
Intentions are beautiful.
Con mi esposa nos pusimos a construir un hospital para niños con cáncer.
My wife, we started building a hospital for kids that had cancer.
Y con mis compañeros de equipo.
And with my teammates,
Y lo inauguramos en Urubamba,
and we built it in Urubamba, in Peru.
en Cusco,
Cusco.
en Perú.
Peru.
Si usted va a Machu Picchu, ahí verá el primer hospital
If you go to Machu Picchu, you will see the first hospital
de Sudamérica
in South America
especializado
that specializes
en cáncer infantil.
in children with cancer.
El mundo entero está hoy en una tormenta.
The entire world is going through a storm right now.
Si lo superamos,
If we overcome it,
haremos una mejor humanidad.
we're gonna become a better human race.
Pero hoy día está pegando dura esa tormenta.
But today that storm's hitting us hard.
Está pegando muy fuerte esa tormenta.
It's hitting everyone really hard.
Todos tenemos muchas historias que contarnos hoy.
We all have
Dura que está la tormenta.
lots of stories to share, each one of us, about how hard that storm is hitting.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasaría
What would happen
si nos ponemos de acuerdo nosotros
if we all came of one accord
y rescatamos la belleza de nuestras intenciones?
and decide to rescue and get back to the beauty of our intentions?
Estábamos tan complicados de dinero en Sudamérica y en Latinoamérica.
In South America and Latin America, we were struggling so much with money.
La pandemia fue un shock.
The pandemic was shocking.
Se paró todo.
Everything stopped.
No llegaba la comida.
You couldn't get food some
No había
places.
dinero.
There was no money.
Y mis compañeros de redes no habían ahorrado.
And my teammates in network marketing, they hadn't saved any money.
Porque le pasa también en Estados Unidos ahorita que la gente gasta el dinero que viene de la red.
Because does this happen to you guys maybe in the US or in India that people spend all that they make in MLM?
Qué bueno que pasa solo en Latinoamérica.
Yeah, I'm glad it doesn't just happen in South America.
A todos nos ha sucedido.
That has happened to all of us,
Es
right?
una gran lección.
It's a great lesson that we gotta learn.
Pero vino la pandemia,
But then the pandemic hit,
todo se cerró
everything got shut down,
y el problema fue que mis compañeros que no tenían dinero no podían salir a la calle a hacer dinero.
and the problem was that my friends that had no money didn't have the money to go and make money on the streets.
Y un gran amigo que se llama Samuel
And a great friend of mine named Samuel
me dijo, habla con Joe Martínez.
told me, hey, you gotta talk to Joe Martinez.
porque tiene un gran negocio digital.
Because he has a great digital business.
Y yo soy dueño de un multinivel que tiene negocio físico.
And I'm the owner of an MLM that deals with physical products.
Pero no podíamos salir a vender.
And we couldn't go out there and sell it.
Y yo quería que mi gente ganara dinero.
And I wanted my people to earn money.
Ni una sola vez pensé en qué iba a ganar.
I not once thought, what would I make?
Pensé en cuánto estaría ganando mi gente.
I just thought, how much would they
En 4 meses
make? In 4 months,
tengo 40 influencers en el equipo.
I have 40 influencers in the team.
Tengo 2 amigos
2 friends
que ya están arriba de $100,000 al mes.
that are already making more than 100,000 a month.
En 4 meses.
In just 4 months.
Ame a su gente.
Love your people.
Ame a su gente.
Love your people.
Ame a su gente.
Love your people.
Porque si amo a su gente,
Because if you love your people,
el cheque se va a multiplicar.
your check is gonna grow.
El segundo superpoder es el amor.
The second superpower is love.
Es el amor.
It's love.
Por este lado también. Es el amor.
It's love.
Cuando amamos a la gente,
When we
le
love
podemos
people,
tener más paciencia.
we can be more patient.
Podemos tener más sabiduría.
We can be wiser with them.
Y yo le quiero pedir un aplauso
I want to ask for a hand of applause
para parte de mi equipo que lo veo llegar esta tarde acá.
for the people on my team that made it here this afternoon.
Son ellos,
It's them.
los perdonan.
They're the ones who make it.
Por allá está mi esposa. Le quiero pedir un aplauso para ella.
I want a hand of applause for her.
Y le quiero pedir un aplauso para mis 5 hijos que nos están mirando.
And I want a round of applause for my 5 kids that are watching us too.
Yo sé que los networker jóvenes,
I know that younger networkers,
o la última generación,
or the most recent generation of that, sometimes,
ha dejado de amar a los equipos
they love teams
porque te sientes traicionado muchas veces.
because maybe you've been betrayed a few times,
Y duele,
and that hurts.
se van a otra empresa,
They go to different companies
te traicionan.
and they betray you.
Tú sientes dolor
You feel that pain.
con una pareja que te traiciona, sientes
It's like
dolor.
having a partner betray you, you know, like a
Un
love interest.
amigo que te traiciona, sientes
A
mucho
friend
dolor.
that betrays you, that hurts deep.
Ah, Pero no hay otro secreto que volver a amarlos,
But there's no other secret than love them again,
aunque duela,
even if it hurts.
todas las veces que sean necesarias.
Love them all the times that are necessary.
Yo con mi equipo
With my team,
he terminado más veces. El amor todo lo va a poder.
love can overcome all.
Yo sé que los networkers no aman hoy porque tienen mucho miedo.
I know that networkers of today are not loving because they're very scared.
Miedo que los vuelvan a herir.
Scared that they're going to get hurt again.
Si esta comunidad
This community here,
nos cuidamos entre todos,
if we look out for each other,
no tenemos por qué tener miedo.
then we have no reason to fear.
Porque estamos los mejores acá.
Because the best people are here.
Porque estamos gente buena acá.
Because we have good people here.
Y además que el que se vaya
And whoever leaves
no entendió la industria.
didn't understand the industry.
Porque es la mejor oportunidad
Because it's the best opportunity
en el mejor momento
at the right time
y sobre todo para ayudar al mundo.
and the best moment to help the world.
Cuando yo me dijo que quería inspirar, impactar y que quería innovar,
When Joe told me that he wanted to inspire, impact, and innovate,
tú innova.
I told him, you know what, you innovate.
Yo lo que quiero hacer es impactar.
What I want to do is impact.
Y ahí nacen grandes sociedades.
And that's how great partnerships are born.
Gracias, hermano.
Thank you, brother.
Quiero detener en este punto un segundo.
Quiero, I want to stop here for a second.
Este tercer superpoder es clave en la carrera de la gente.
Okay, I want to stop here because this is a key superpower in people's careers.
Hay que aprender a manejar el dinero.
You have got to learn to manage money.
En estos 20 años
These last 20 years,
he facturado un poco más de 500 millones de dólares.
I've made a little bit over $500 million.
Y lo que hice fue
And what I did
administrar bien el dinero.
was manage my money correctly.
No me mudé al inicio de casa.
I didn't move to a nicer house all of a sudden.
No compré un carro nuevo al inicio.
I didn't buy a new car all of a sudden.
No me casé al inicio.
I didn't get married right away.
No iba de vacaciones por los primeros 7 años.
The first 7 years, I didn't go on vacations.
Perdí amigos,
I lost friends,
familia,
family,
porque me obsesioné.
because I became obsessed.
Porque en el inicio de cualquier carrera
Because at the beginning of any
se
career,
requiere obsesión.
you need to be a little obsessed.
Y perdemos un momento el equilibrio,
And maybe for a little bit, you lose that balance.
pero es temporal.
But it's temporary.
Luego tenemos la mejor vida que pudiéramos soñar tener.
Because then you have the best life you could ever dream
Pero deberíamos tener en el inicio de nuestras carreras
of. But we should have at the beginning of our careers
un poco de obsesión.
a little obsession.
Pero hay que elegir muy bien la obsesión.
But you have to pick correctly what obsession is.
Mi obsesión fue el servicio.
My obsession was service.
4 personas tomé
I took 4 people,
y en 2 años y medio tenía 160,000.
and in 4.5 years, I had 160,000 people.
Porque me obsesioné con ellos 4.
Because I became obsessed with those 4 leaders.
Desayunaba con ellos, almorzaba
Breakfast
con
with
ellos,
them, lunch,
cenaba con ellos
dinner,
y dormía con ellos.
and that's their birthdays, New Year with
Con
them.
ellos.
Just everything with
En
them
su casa.
in their house.
Me invitaban al pavo de Navidad.
And they would invite me their Christmas turkey.
Y yo les hacía bolitas.
And I would make stuffed balls and stuff.
Porque llegaba la familia
Because the family would
y yo
arrive,
le ayudaba a tener nuevos distribuidores.
and I would help them get new distributors, new ambassadors, new representatives.
Y el último superpoder, y para despedirme,
And the last superpower, and just to wrap it up,
después de que usted administre bien el dinero, ¿quién va a salir de acá administrando mejor su dinero?
after you manage your money better, who's gonna come out of here managing their money better? Everybody? Okay.
No necesita demostrar nada a nadie.
You don't need to show anybody anything.
Los demás que piensen lo que quieran.
Let people think whatever they want to think.
Las opiniones son gratis.
Opinions are free.
Todos se reían de mi pequeño departamento al inicio.
Everyone used to make fun of my little apartment in the beginning.
Y después no creía en la casa.
And then they couldn't believe the house I had.
Pero la querían venir a disfrutar.
Oh, but they want to come and play there.
Pero ya no, muy tarde.
But now it's too late, right?
Ahora la casa
Now the house
se disfruta con el equipo.
is enjoyed with the team.
Porque disfrutas con el que te ayudó a construir.
Because you enjoy with those that helped you build.
Tus finanzas.
Your personal finance,
Debes tener una billetera feliz.
you need to have a happy wallet.
Los primeros 7 años mi billetera era triste.
My first 7 years, my wallet was a sad wallet.
Estaba rota.
It was torn up.
Oh, lo abría y no había nada, nada.
Open it up and it was empty. Dust.
Y fui a un taller de riqueza
So I went to this wealth workshop
con un japonés
with a Japanese guy
que me enseñó de riqueza feliz.
that taught me about happy finances.
Y lo primero que me dijo, cambie esa pinche billetera.
The first thing he told me is get rid of that shitty wallet.
No va a entrar riqueza a esa cosa.
There's no way wealth is gonna want to go in there.
¿Cómo está su billetera?
How's your wallet?
¿Está con billetera feliz?
Do you have a happy wallet?
Ahora sí.
Yeah.
Cada vez más feliz.
Each time, happy wallet. Yeah.
Viva bajo sus expectativas.
Live beneath your expectations.
Gastamos más dinero porque el niño está herido.
We spend more money because the inner child is hurting.
Y cree que si compramos más cosas,
And it thinks that if you buy more things,
nos van a aceptar los que nos molestaban por el color o por el tamaño
those that did bullying to us would accept us.
o por las orejas
You know, those that
o
tease
por el
us,
peso
maybe because we're bigger or our ears or whatever,
o por la estatura.
or we're short. Okay, why are you screaming? Personal attacks.
Un aplauso. Y con esto me voy.
This is the last thing.
Nos quedan 2 meses y medio para cerrar este año.
We have 2.5 months to close out the year.
Ya pasamos los 100 millones de dólares.
We already passed the 100 million mark.
Pero ¿por qué nos vamos a detener?
So why are we gonna stop there? Are we gonna stop there?
Porque bajaron el precio de los tokens.
Oh, we're stopping because the token price went down.
Travis nos dio una lección hoy a todos.
Travis just schooled us today.
Le deberíamos agradecer y aplaudir a
We
un
must be grateful and give him even bigger applause.
Allá afuera las compañías ya nos voltearon a mirar.
Out there, companies already take a look at us.
Ahora somos la niña bonita del barrio.
Now we're the pretty girl of the neighborhood.
Todos nos andan mirando.
Everyone's looking at us.
El señor Martínez ya no tiene agenda para responderme.
Mr. Martinez no longer has time to answer my calls.
Le digo, hermano, tengo acá estos líderes.
The product chief leaders, crickets.
Pero ¿saben qué es lo bueno?
You know what's good about that?
Que como no me responde,
That because he doesn't answer me,
aprendí de Forex,
I had to learn about forex.
aprendí de cripto.
I had to learn about crypto.
Y ahora lo cierro yo.
And now I close myself.
Acción estos últimos 3 meses del año. Estos
Action
últimos 3
for
meses.
these last 3 months.
Es lo más importante que podemos salir de compromiso estos días tan hermosos acá. Más acción este cierre de año.
That's the most important thing that we can commit to do these beautiful days that we're spending here. More actions at the end of the year.
Porque si solo se puede quedar con una frase de esta tarde,
Because if you can only take one phrase away from me this afternoon,
quédense con esta, por favor.
stay with this one.
Si estos 3 meses todos nos comprometemos a trabajar fuerte,
If these next 3 months, all of us commit to working harder,
el próximo año
next year,
nos vamos a convertir en la empresa número 1 del mundo.
we will become the #1 ranked company in the world.
Y vamos a pasar hasta las pirámides,
And we're gonna pass even the pyramids,
a los Ponzi.
those Ponzi schemes.
Vamos a hacer más grande
We're
que
gonna
todas
be
las
bigger than
empresas.
them.
Y una empresa sana,
And it's gonna be a
una empresa
healthy,
legal,
legal company.
una empresa con este nivel de liderazgo.
With this level of